This AI hack will absolutely destroy your startup idea, and honestly, that's exactly why you need it. I'm going to show you how to turn ChatGPT into a ruthless venture capitalist, the kind that slices through your idea, exposes every weakness, and tells you straight up whether your business is worth pursuing or should be scrapped on the spot. And the best part? You can use this exact setup to test any business idea you have. So in this video, I'll walk you through how to build this brutal idea validator step by step. And then we're going to put it to the test with a real startup concept to see how savage this thing really is. And if you're an entrepreneur, a founder, or even someone who just comes up with random ideas and wonders if they're good, trust me, you don't want to miss this. So let's get started. Alright, before we jump into building this brutal idea validator, let's quickly talk about why this matters. Because this is the part most new founders never understand. The truth is, 99% of startup ideas fail. Not because people are lazy, not because the product was impossible, but because the founders never validated the idea properly in the first place. They overestimate the markets, underestimate the competition, fall in love with their solution, and ignore the obvious red flags staring them in the face. And investors, they see through it instantly. They reject thousands of pitches every year for the exact same reasons. Unclear value, small market, weak execution plan, unrealistic revenue model. The list goes on. That's why this AI hack is so powerful. It forces your idea to go through the same level of scrutiny a real venture capitalist would use. Except it does it instantly, brutally, and without sugarcoating anything to protect your feelings. So if you've ever wondered, is my idea actually good? This tool will tell you the truth, even if you don't want to hear it. Now that you understand why this matters, let's build the actual setup inside ChatGPT. Now, don't worry, this is way simpler than it sounds. You don't need to understand coding, business theory, or any advanced startup stuff. You just copy, paste, and let the AI do the dirty work. I already added the prompt on the description, so just copy it and use it. The magic behind this entire hack is something called a system prompt. Think of it like giving ChatGPT a whole new personality, new rules, and a new job description. Instead of acting like a friendly assistant, we're turning it into a ruthless venture capitalist who has zero interest in your dreams and absolutely no hesitation tearing them apart. So, here's how we set it up. Step 1. Open ChatGPT and create a brand new chat. We want a fresh environment because this prompt is going to completely redefine how the AI behaves. Now, step 2 is where the transformation happens. You're going to paste in a very specific block of text. This is the system prompt that turns ChatGPT into the brutal business idea validator. And let me walk you through what this thing actually does, because once you understand it, you'll see just how powerful this setup really is. The first section is the role. This basically tells the AI, you are a 25-year veteran venture capitalist who has seen thousands of startups fail. It's not friendly, it's not supportive, it's not here to hype you up. It's here to expose flaws, call out weaknesses, and stop you from wasting time and money on ideas that won't work. Then, we get to the context section. This explains to the AI why most founders fail because they fall in love with their idea and ignore obvious warning signs. They think everyone needs their product. They assume people will pay, and they underestimate how competitive the market really is. The context sets the tone. The AI is not here to be nice. It's here to save you from yourself. Next is the biggest piece, the instructions. This is where we give the AI a full checklist of how to analyze an idea. And I love this part because it forces the AI to think like an actual investor evaluating a pitch deck. Here's what it does. First, it rewrites your idea in its own words to make sure it understands it. Then it gives you an at-a-glance verdict, basically an instant summary. And after that, it goes section by section and scores your idea from 1 to 10 across all the criteria that determine whether a business can succeed. It looks at the problem, the solution, the market size, timing, competition, defensibility, revenue model, go-to-market strategy, execution challenges, and founder fit. And the key thing here is that this AI doesn't hand out 9s and 10s like candy. It grades like a real investor. Harsh, skeptical, and brutally realistic. After scoring everything, it gives you a final verdict. Likely to fail, needs sort of adjustments, shows promise but requires validation, or if you're lucky, potentially viable. And trust me, getting the highest verdict is very, very rare. Then finally, the prompt tells the AI to give you actual steps, not vague advice like do more research, but real, actionable tasks like who to interview, what numbers to validate, what experiments to run, what assumptions to challenge. This is the part that makes it 10 times more useful than any random feedback from friends or family because it tells you exactly what to do next. And the last part of the prompt is the rules. Don't sugarcoat, be brutally specific, challenge everything. Don't give high scores unless absolutely deserved, and do not hesitate to declare an idea non-viable. This ensures the AI stays in savage VC mode the entire time. So once you paste that entire system prompt into ChatGPT and hit enter, that's it. You've just built your own personal startup judge, your own idea executioner, your own no BS investor who will never lie to you just to make you feel better. And now that we've got this brutal machine ready to go, we're going to feed it a real business idea and see if it survives. All right, our brutal VC mode ChatGPT is fully set up now. So it's time to throw a real business idea into the fire and see what happens. And the idea we're going to test is actually one that a lot of people think about. An AI-powered app that tells you exactly what to wear. I know, I need that. Let me explain the concept clearly, the same way we're about to feed it into the validator. The idea goes like this. A user enters their personal details, things like height, body type, skin tone, their style preferences, even the event they're going to or the location they'll be in. Then the AI analyzes all of that and recommends the best possible outfit for the situation. But the unique twist is this. It doesn't just give outfit suggestions, it actually generates an image of the user wearing the outfit, so they can preview the look before buying clothes or getting dressed. Think of it like your own personal stylist, plus digital mirror, plus virtual try-on feature all combined in one app. Now on paper, this sounds super cool, but the real question is, does it actually make sense as a business? Is the problem painful enough? Will people pay for this? Is the market big enough? Is the competition already too strong? Is there any defensibility against copycats? These are the things founders never think about early, and this validator forces you to face them. So now, let's copy our full idea description, paste it into our brutal ChatGPT validator, and let it do its thing. I'm going to paste it now, and let's take a look at the idea summary it gives us, because sometimes the way the AI reframes your idea is more honest than how you describe it yourself. All right, let's run it. Let's see how the AI explains our outfit recommendation startup idea, and then we'll go over the verdict. Well, the idea is in, and the first thing this AI does is something really interesting. Before it even starts judging, it rewrites your idea in its own words. It basically says, this is an AI-powered personal stylist that recommends outfits based on user input like body type, style, and occasion. It also generates virtual try-on images so users can see themselves wearing the suggested outfit. All right, that's actually a really clean, sharp summary. Now, the next part is where things get spicy because the AI immediately gives you what it calls an at-a-glance verdict. And look at this. You can instantly see where the red flags are. And just to remind you, these scores are harsh on purpose. A 7 is rare, an 8 is exceptional, and a 9 basically doesn't exist. Let's go through each category one by one using the exact scores the validator gave our outfit recommendation and virtual try-on startup idea. Problem validity score, 4 out of 10. The AI says, yes, there is a problem. People do struggle with picking outfits, but it's not what investors call a hair-on-fire problem. It's not urgent, it's not painful, it's not something people are desperate enough to pay for. It literally calls this a nice-to-have convenience, not a must-have product. And honestly, it's right. fashion indecision is annoying, but it won't ruin your life. Solution fit score, 5 out of 10. The AI says the idea makes sense in theory. AI styling plus virtual try-on should solve the problem, but then it points out the fatal flaw. Generating a realistic image of a user wearing different outfits is insanely difficult. And the killer line here is, if the generated outfits look wrong or distorted, trust drops to 0. This is a visual accuracy business. If the output is even 10% off, people stop using it. Market size and potential score, 6 out of 10. This is where founders get excited. The fashion market is huge, but the AI cuts straight through that. The consumer willingness to pay is extremely low. Most fashion apps survive through affiliate commissions or by licensing tech to retailers, not by selling to consumers directly. And it even calls out that even Stitch Fix, the big success story, is collapsing. So the market is big, but not for this exact business model. Timing and why now score, 7 out of 10. Finally, some good news. The AI says the timing is actually strong. AI styling and AI try-on are exploding right now, but, and this is a big but, every major retailer is already integrating this. Zara, Amazon, ASOS, Shopify, plugins, they're all on it. So the window is shrinking fast. If you're not early, you become a commodity. Revenue model score, 4 out of 10. This one hits hard. The AI basically asks, who is paying for this? Consumers? No. Brands? They want try-on for their clothing catalogs, not random styling ideas. Affiliate fees? Tiny margins and inconsistent. The AI's verdict is no obvious path to high-margin repeatable revenue. Competitive landscape score, 3 out of 10. This part is brutal. The AI lists out your competition like a death sentence. Amazon Virtual Try-On, Google AI Fashion, Zalando AI, Zyler, View.ai, Snapchat Try-On, and dozens of startups. These companies have massive datasets, top engineers, and brand partnerships. The AI says it clearly. You have zero meaningful differentiation unless your AI is radically superior, which is unlikely. Defensibility and moat score, 2 out of 10. This is the lowest score, and for a good reason. The AI says the tech is commoditized. Open source models are improving fast, big players can copy you instantly. Without a proprietary dataset or exclusive brand deals, your moat is non-existent. And the AI ends it with, a competitor can clone this in 60 days. Ouch. Go-to-market strategy score, 3 out of 10. Fashion apps are notoriously hard to grow. CAC is high, retention is low, virality barely exists, and AI basically says you have no viable distribution strategy. Execution challenges score, 3 out of 10. This is where most founders underestimate the difficulty. The AI lists a nightmare checklist. Body modeling, fabric physics, lighting consistency, pose accuracy, skin tone matching, catalog ingestion, privacy, and it reminds you, even billion-dollar companies struggle with this. Founder market fit score, 4 out of 10. Because we didn't provide a founder background, the AI describes the ideal team, and it's insane. A computer vision PhD, a fashion industry insider, a mobile engineering team, a DTC marketing lead, a data pipeline engineer. And then it says, without this team, the idea is dead on arrival. Final verdict? Likely to fail. So after all of that, the AI stamps the idea with the harshest verdict, likely to fail. And the reasons are obvious: weak problem intensity, brutal competition, no defensibility, unclear revenue, insane execution complexity. Alright, so that is how you can use AI to get clear about your startup idea. So if you found this video helpful or you learned something new, make sure to like the video. It really helps us push this out to more people who need this wake-up call. Also, if you're dealing with relationship problems, or even if you're just curious about how far AI can go, I recently uploaded a video called AI Tried to Fix My Relationship. Did it save it or ruin it? It's honestly one of the craziest experiments I've done, so if you want a completely different kind of AI reality check, but one that might actually help you figure out the direction of your personal life, go watch that one next. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video.